Okay, looks like we are going live. Very good. Let me know if you're watching live or if you're watching in recording. Nadia Touch is here, and today we're going to talk about, are you worthy of love? Well, we are here at February conversations, so that's what we got, talking about love. All right, so I see a little bit of heads up here. I see someone on Zoom, so feel free to stay muted, feel free to stay off video. This is just a few minutes conversation on Let's Talk Health, and today we talk about, are you worthy of love? So before we jump in, let me go ahead and share this inside of our Friends in Health Facebook group, and let me know if you're watching live or if you're watching in recording. Okay, I see that I am on social media. So Friends in Health Facebook group is for your daily motivation and inspiration in the wellness journey. So feel free to join us. So let's go ahead and jump. Hello, Nadia Touch is here with Coaching by Nadia. I help busy professionals to build balance and strength through mindset, nutrition, and fitness, for one habit at a time. Today, we talk about, are you worthy of love? And I wonder, when you hear this question, what comes to your mind? And you may say, of course I'm worthy of love. What do you mean? So let's talk about it. When I was preparing for this conversation, I was thinking about one of my clients. I'm going to switch the name, Diana. Back in 2019, she was 41. She was actually 49 at that time. And she was working with seniors. The life is great, children, career is great. And from outside, it seems like everything is working out for her. But what we didn't know is inside, she didn't feel good. Inside, she was carrying her childhood abuse, all the years, calming herself with food, calming herself with stress, with cry, with sorrow. She could not forgive herself and the person who harmed her. At 49, she found herself overweight with a question, am I worthy of love? And if I ask this question again, you will say, of course she's worthy of love. And here's what I'd like us to think about. Yes, we are all worthy of love by default, by the one who brought us, or the universe that brought us to life. We are all gifted with absolute unconditional love for ourselves and others. But here's the thing. I have no time to do the things sometimes I know I need to be doing. We sit on the chair 24/7, don't move, end up being with aches and pains and not feeling good. We eat because it feels good, and then we end up with extra weight and inflammation. We are stressed all the time and don't do anything about that. We choose to abuse. When I say it, I really don't like it saying that, but we choose to abuse their own existence that is given to us to admire and love. Why? When I talked with Diana, when she came in the conversation with me, she said, Nadia, I had enough. And here's my purpose. Why I'm saying to myself, I had enough. I'm watching the seniors in my career, watching them live their last days with pain, with lack of health, and I want to change it. I want to be COVID cough, an example and a role model for them and myself and the family how to live healthy life longer. She found her purpose, she found her why, to be a role model. In the book of affirmations by Noah St. John, he gives a really clear distinction. I want us all pay attention between worthy and value. We are all worthy of love. Do we value? Here's what I'd like us to bring forth. We are worthy of love by default and valued by action. So if you're still wondering, yeah, sure, what you're saying, I hear you, and how do I get myself to loving myself, to accepting myself, to where I know I'm busy and I've done so many things in the past, but I'm ready to move forward. So I want to bring you a 3 steps framework. Are you ready? Okay, number 1, find your mission and your why. Do you want to be a role model? Who do you want to be a role model for? You probably heard an expression, we do for others more than we do for ourselves. Find someone, your children, your community, your clients to be a role model for. Number 2, set a standard for yourself. In fact, Brendon Burchard, a high performance habits coach, he says, seek clarity. Seek clarity on what is my standard of the role model is. Is it being healthy, being energized, being strong, unstoppable, of gifting and receiving love, giver, believer? What is your standard? That's 2. So we talk about finding a mission and your why, having a standard, and number 3, set your actions. Now we are going into the tangible actions. So for example, let me get a sip of water. My tickle in the throat. How about if for her was to be a role model for seniors, for self, for family? She said, I'm going to start my day with gratitudes. In fact, the Miracle Morning book and the tools by L. Harold is a great approach to be the boss of your morning. Then she said, I'm going to track my meals, what I eat, what I put in my body with nutrition. And she said, I'm going to exercise 3 days a week. I'm going to thank one person a day and study Bible daily. Can you see very measurable, very tangible actions? So set your actions. Have your purpose, have your standard, have your actions. Within 12 months, Diana lost 100 pounds. She gave herself a gift of health. In fact, through the last 18 months, she survived COVID twice. She said, because I gifted myself a gift of health, I gifted myself a gift of life and love. So ladies and gentlemen, here's the catch before we finish up. There's no time to be inspired and motivated. Think about, there is no such thing. We created this word, put a meaning on it. There's no motivation. Brendon Burchard, back to high performance habits coach, he talks about the power plant. The power plant has no energy. It generates energy. So let's think about doing those actions by generating those actions. Motivation starts with action. Whether you want it or not, do it anyway. Find accountability and do your actions. So ladies and gentlemen, you're worthy of love by default and valued by action. find your why, find your standard, do your action, and generate the love of being worthy and valued. With that said, here we go. Before we leave, go ahead and leave me the comment how this message resonated for you. What stood out for you the most? Maybe one element that spoke to you the most, maybe something you disagree or agree a lot. Okay, and I will be reading all your comments. Excited to hear that. With that, I will see you in the community and I will stop the live stream.